Hi everybody, Chris here with School Garden Project, and today I'm going to show you a little bit about how I go about pruning my tomato plants for the year. First thing to know about pruning tomatoes is that there's a million different ways that you can do it, including not pruning them at all. I know plenty of people who have really awesome tomatoes year after year without doing any kind of pruning. I tend to want to prune a little bit for a couple different reasons. One, I think it does improve the plant's growing abilities, especially before it starts fruiting and producing tomatoes. And then also too, I think it makes it a little bit easier to clean things up and to actually make it so that you can harvest tomatoes a little bit better. Like I said, there's a million different ways that you can do it. My main priorities when I'm pruning are to clear up and clean up anything down around the bottom. Any leaves that are touching the soil, because that's a great way for disease to spread up into the plant from different microbes and bacteria and things that live in the soil. So my first priority is to always kind of clean things up around the bottom, make some room. And then generally, I don't go crazy with my pruning. I know other people who do, who prune off big limbs and things. My main goals when I'm pruning my tomatoes, and a good place to start if you're just starting out with pruning tomatoes, is to start with clearing things around the bottom and then just kind of opening it up so that some more light can get down into here in the center of the cage. So to do that today, the first thing I'm going to do, I notice there's a leaf down here that's touching the ground, so I'm just going to snip that off. Important thing to remember, and you're going to want to pair a nice sharp pair of scissors or pruning shears or something. Make sure that they're clean too, because if you have really dirty, nasty scissors that have been cutting other plants that might have disease, you can spread that to your tomato through that. And then the other important thing to remember is as you are cutting, make sure to cut on an angle. That way when it rains on this, on the plant, any rain that falls on it is going to wipe off and not just sit there where it could, again, cause some kind of a disease. So I took that one off that was touching the ground. You can see it was even starting to get a little bit brown and gross there. So hopefully cut that off, eliminate any spread of disease with that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and just kind of open this up a little bit inside the middle. So I see a lot of good things. Any of these leaves that are pointed downward, like this, with a big branch coming off, that is your sun leaf. So try to leave those and then maybe cut off one of these suckers instead that's going to try to produce tomatoes and suck energy away from the good ones. I usually like to leave about 3 or 4 suckers on my plants. So I'm going to take this guy, this branch out of there, kind of open up the middle a little bit. And like I said, my main goals, I'm not a master pruner. I don't go super hard on pruning. My main goals when I'm pruning my tomatoes is to clear out the bottom to prevent any disease and to open up the middle so that more light can get in there. So additionally, I'm going to, let's see, I got that one there. Cleared up some space in there. I think I'm going to take this little guy out from the middle. And then, let's see, one more to open up the middle a little bit. How about I take, I'll take this one. All right, so as you can see, I just did kind of a light prune. I opened up the middle to allow some more light to get into our plants here. I'm going to take this sucker off too. And like I said, make sure that you're always cutting at an angle. And really the nice thing to think about when you're pruning tomatoes is that as long as you don't take more than 1/3 of the plant at a time, you can't really do much harm to it. Once it's gotten to be a certain size and is big enough, you're not really gonna mess it up too much by pruning. So don't be afraid. Jump in there. Keep in mind the main goals of keeping the ground clear so that you prevent any disease and opening up the middle to allow more light in. And I can say that by doing even just a light pruning like that, you're going to improve your tomato yields and hopefully have plenty of nice, juicy tomatoes at the end of the summer. So thanks for watching. I hope that these pruning tips helped out a little bit and give you a direction of where to go when pruning your tomatoes. Thanks so much and have a great day.